Hey guys, I'm finally in Portland. It's been a long trip, kind of. I was traveling all morning. Like, I've been up since 3. I woke up at 3. My body was like, get up, you have somewhere to be. And it's like, I don't have to get up till 5. And yet here I am up at 3 till 5. But finally, I'm in Portland for the Tin House Autumn Workshop, which I'm so excited for. I'm in my hotel. I'm eating because my flight was like over 4 hours. I sat on that plane for like 5 hours. It was a lot, but yeah, it's like, what time is it? It's 1:45 Portland time, which means it's almost 4 o'clock back home. And I haven't eaten since like 7 a.m. my time. So, no, before that, like 6, like 6 something this morning. So I'm starving. I'm eating. There's a Jack in the Box right outside my window, like across the street. Like my view, I can see a bridge, like the bridge that I like drove over to get here. Well, I didn't drive because I had a taxi drive, but I had this. But then also there's a nice view. You can't see it from here, but like there's a nice view that's up like a mountain or a hill or something where there's houses and it's pretty colored leaves on trees and it's like so cool. I took a picture of it. I don't know if the picture is good or not because I was walking with food in my hand and it was raining, so I was trying my best. But yeah, day 1 in Portland. I'm not doing anything because of the weather and I'm exhausted. So I'm gonna finish eating. I'm gonna take a nap, and then yeah, this vlog is really gonna start tomorrow in the morning probably. So I'm just gonna chill, and yeah, tomorrow's day 1 of the workshop. So yeah, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Good morning from Portland. Yes, I put my old shirt, the shirt that I was wearing yesterday, back on. I'm not getting dressed until I'm like getting ready to go because honestly, there's no reason for me to go out today when I'm going to be spending most of the afternoon at Tin House for the workshop. It's day 1. The workshop starts at 3. So like, I don't think there's anything really in this area that would be worth seeing. Like that's like within a mile radius if I can just walk and go do it this morning. So I'm just gonna like chill in the hotel until it's time for me to go. And yeah, tomorrow we're basically gonna be there all day. Friday we're gonna be there in the morning and it's like Portland day, so Saturday is when we get to like go explore the city. So I don't know how I feel about the city yet, so I can't give you my thoughts on like, is Portland cool or not, because I don't know. I've been in my hotel ever since I got here, so yeah. Like I took a nap yesterday after I ate. I was exhausted and I just like chilled in my hotel for the rest of the day. So I'm probably just gonna like read, get some type of writing done for not the project that I'm working on for the workshop, but like for something else. And yeah, so I'll show y'all my view from my hotel. And like I don't know what bridge that is, but that's the bridge that my taxi driver took to get me over here. So and then there's Jack in the Box right there. That's what I had for lunch yesterday. So yeah, and later I'll probably, if I have to go in that direction, I'll probably like show you what I was talking about yesterday about like the houses, the scenery and whatnot that I was talking about. Ow, I just scratched myself yesterday. But yeah, that's it for right now. So You could be in it too. I just casually like. I think so. The red one is the one. Okay. Yeah.
Wait, sorry, what's in there again? Free books. Other rooms that I think some of the workshops are in, and then free books. And I took a screenshot of the.
Yeah, I think so. Because otherwise they have to. Because Zando is absorbing.
Wow. This is really juicy.
Oh, there's more over here, guys. So I'm back in my hotel room from day one of the workshop. We got to mingle and whatnot. I got to play with, well, I didn't play, but I was like petting a dog because Lance, who runs the whole thing, he brings his dog to work, so I got to play with Mingus, who was very attached to me. He probably noticed my dog's hair, Olympus's hair on my shoes, so he was really attached to me. But we got to mingle. We got to go into our groups, where our small workshop groups of like, there's so our workshop groups are only 6 people plus our leader, who's a published author. I'm working with Chelsea Beaker, and it's pretty cool. So I met a bunch of cool people. I'm excited to get the show on the road tomorrow. The only thing is, like, we had to do a book exchange. So we had to bring our favorite book and give it to someone in our group. So if you email me, I had to give up my copy of Beloved. Like, I had to give up the copy of, I knew I had to give up my book. But when it actually happened, I was like, I know that meme of Pikachu's mouth's open in shock. That was my reaction on the inside. It's like, oh, this is real. We actually really are giving our books away. So now I have an empty space on my shelf for where Beloved belongs, and now I have to get a new copy of Beloved. But that means I can get the hardcover copy, the white hardcover copy with the red letters that I've been wanting to get since I've seen that copy at my library. It's so sad though, like, that's my baby. But yeah, now I need to get a new copy of Beloved. But I got a copy well, I'll show you the book that I got in exchange from one of my workshop members. I'm also going to show you the books that I got from Tin House specifically, because we got these like goodie bags, and they're like we got a tote and some bags are inside of it. Some books are inside of the bag. And like some of the books are from the original like Tin House magazine back when they had their literary magazine. So I got this short story collection by Ambrose Bierce. So one of my workshop members, this is her favorite book though. Yeah, she has to get a new copy of this. That's the whole thing about this exchange, is that we all have to buy new copies of these books that we love so much. It's so sad, but oh well. But yeah, so in my bag, we all got different books, I'm pretty sure. In my bag, I think this is a craft book. Yeah, it's a craft book. So it's the story about the story too. Great writers explore great literature. We have Ellison on Crane, Atwood on Wells, Bloom on Anderson, Benjamin on Lexkov, Porter on Catcher, Wallace on Updike, and Oates on Shelley. So yeah, I'm pretty sure this is a craft book. Which is great. Craft books are great. Okay. And then I have this book called Mostly Dead Things by Kristen Arnett. I've never heard of this author and I've never heard of this book, but hey, it's a free book. That's all that matters. And so then we have this copy of Tin House, Volume 11, Number 2. Where is this? It was a winter edition, so let's see. When was this published? Oh, it's from like 2010-ish. Wow. 2009. This was published in 2009, and the other one is from, it's number 55, so it'll be after that. It would be after 2009. This one was published in 2013. So, yeah, so we gotta, ooh, I'm so clumsy. Oh, goodness. Oh, well. So, yeah, we have to be there at, like, tomorrow. Day 2 starts at 9 o'clock. So, gotta be there in the morning tomorrow. So, yeah, I couldn't record anything because there's people discussing their work and private, like, personal stuff. And then a couple of the workshop leaders were reading works in progress. So, I don't want to show you all that. So, I'm not really going to be recording the actual like workshops because that's a personal private thing. So I'll show y'all around like the 3 buildings that's right part of Tin House or whatever, the Tin House buildings plus the workshop space that's within the bookstore that we're working in. So yeah, so I'll see y'all tomorrow. So it's day 2. Today we're gonna get the actual like workshops going. So a couple of people in my group are going to get their pieces workshopped, and it's also like funky shirt days. So like everybody's got, you know, wear like a funky literary t-shirt. I ain't got nothing funky. This is the best I got. My shirt from the book joint. You know, reading is a social movement. But I am excited today. This is gonna be a long day, but this is what I'm here for. We start at 9. We're done around 6 or 7, I believe. Yeah, so I'm excited to get the ball rolling. My workshop date isn't until Sunday, so I still have some time. But we're also having our like one-on-one or individual meetings with our workshop leaders, so we get to talk. So I'll be talking with Chelsea by myself about my manuscript. So I'm excited. I'm back from day 2 and it was a good day. I got to hang out more with my cohort and some other people, and I'm really enjoying this experience. I'm glad that I got to go. It's really fun. It's a really great learning experience, and I'm meeting some cool people. So I have some more books to show y'all. You guys, free books galore. Lance said we can go into the old Tin House building, so I went in there. He said you can take all the free books you want because he didn't want to have to deal with packing them up and taking them all to New York. So that's exactly what I did. I rated the books and I'm gonna show y'all what books I got. So it's only a few books, it's not a lot. One of the books I actually got back in the Bishop and Wild bookstore because they were just sitting there for enjoyment. The sign said, "Take a book." They were all literary magazines and journals, so I'll do that one first. So the first book I got is a copy of the Indiana Review. I saw this cover and I was like, this looks cool, so I picked it up. It's it's volumes 46, number 1. So that's the edition. So it has poetry, fiction, and nonfiction. So can't wait to get into this one. Who did the cover? Let me see. This is from summer 2024, so it's a newer edition. And I also got it because of part of the what's being featured is Afro-Surrealism. So, and Dana Smith is in it. Doesn't even say who did the cover. Cover art by Avion Pierce. It was on the back. So that's one book that I got. So I also got this book, Ghost of Bergen County. I read the back, the jacket copy on the back. So it says, Gil and Mary Beth Furco moved to Bergen County thinking they would lead a typical suburban life. But after a hit and run kills their infant daughter, Jill finds escape through heroin, and Mary Beth seeks solace in the companionship of a mysterious little girl. Years ago, Jen Yoder witnessed a man fall from a rooftop and chose to walk away. As mysteries and trauma start to collide, the characters must face the fine line between fate and happenstance. In Ghost of Bergen County, Dana Kent's tautly paced and intricately I can't read, oh my god. Dana Kent's tautly paced and intricately plotted debut, Collective Burdens manifest into haunting. So that sounded like it was interesting. So I picked it up and took it with me. And then the next two are poetry collections. So I have Anodyne by Khadija Queen. And I have There Are More Beautiful Things Than Beyonce by Morgan Parker. So those are the books that I'm taking home, in addition to the ones that I got in my goodie tote the other day. Yeah. Tomorrow we have a half day. It's Portland Day, so we get to spend the rest of the day. Like in the morning, we're only going to be there for like a couple hours, and then in the afternoon we get to explore Portland and like actually enjoy Portland while we're here. Still haven't figured out what we're doing. I'll figure it out eventually, but yeah, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Okay, it's Saturday, which means day 3, and it's Portland Day, so we get to explore Portland this evening, well, this afternoon. A year ago was when I went to Auburn, or Tuskegee. I was staying in Auburn, so to commemorate that, wearing my Tuskegee shirt. Yeah, yeah, it's supposed to be a nice day. Well, it's not supposed to rain. I will say that as a nice day. But yeah, so I still haven't figured out what I'm gonna do. But when I figure it out, I'll show y'all. You'll be right there. Okay, bye. Okay, we finished for the day, the morning, whatever. I went to the taco spot, the Mexican spot, the Mexican food truck that's across the street again for lunch. Not across the street from here, my hotel, but from my from the workshop. Got more tacos, and after lunch I'm going to this oddities museum. It's like Peculiar Museum or whatever, that's down the street from the workshop, because like everything that I want to do is like far. You gotta travel. By transportation it takes at least half an hour, and for the things that I want to do, there's one that's like half an hour, there's another thing that's like an hour from through public transit, and I don't want to do that. So, and for some reason, like everything, it's a Saturday, mind you, everything is closing at 5, which doesn't make sense. Chicago would never. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna do today. And I told myself not to buy any books. Like, I have enough books for free. But since Bishop and Wild is hosting us for the week, I decided I should also patronize them, so I bought a book. And it's another poetry book, so I'm taking home another poetry book. Like 3 or 4 poetry books now. but it's the essential June Jordan. So it's a bunch of her poems, and this will go nicely on my shelf. Here's the cover. The edition is from Copper Canyon Press, so good stuff. Yeah. So I'm gonna eat these tacos, and then I'm gonna go to the Oddities Museum. Hopefully, I enjoy it, and if I still have plenty of time left, I'll find something else to do. I also decided, after all of my workshop friends they've read, I decided I'm gonna read. So my mind got changed back, so I am gonna read. I'm either gonna read something old, something from my workshop manuscript that I'm also workshopping tomorrow. Tomorrow is also my workshop day on top of my reading day. But or make something else and spend that time later doing that, like writing something new instead. So yeah, that's what I'm doing for today, and I'll check in with you guys later. 3:05. I'm back in my hotel. After the Historical Society, I went across the street. Well, I went down the street, across the street, down the street. It's both. And there was a fried bread festival going on. So a lot of indigenous nations were there selling fried bread, selling, there's artisans there, so they're selling like jewelry and artwork. So I ended up getting myself this bracelet, and then I got a couple of gifts for some friends. I didn't record it because there's so many people and I was getting overwhelmed, so I didn't like pull out my phone and record anything. Like there is a drum circle there, and there's a lot of indigenous people there, and in Illinois, we really don't see that. There are indigenous people still in Illinois, in Chicago specifically, except the only time I would actually like see any of them gather is on Indigenous Peoples Day. They would be in the quad at UIC on that day, and they would show their culture and their traditions once a year. So it was cool seeing all these people out and sharing their culture with the people. Yeah, so since it's 3 and there's nothing really else for me to do until dinner, which I haven't figured out yet, I'm going to write. I'm gonna try to write something new. If it's good enough, I'll read it tomorrow, since I'm reading tomorrow. If not, then I'll just read my excerpt that I'm getting workshop tomorrow. So I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all, I had to get up from my chair and get my phone. I look out my window. Like, it's been raining, it's been cloudy. Bitch, there's a mountain. I can see from my window. Look. Y'all see that? It's like right here where my finger is. You can see the top of the mountain. Like, this is terrible through my phone. Like, that's a fucking mountain. I'm like ecstatic. Like, what the fuck? Like, that's been covered up by clouds the last few days. So, of course, I'm like flipping out right now because what the fuck, that's been there this whole time. Now I see why this room costs as much as it does, because it probably shouldn't. But I got a mountain view, so that just made me really excited. I'm sorry. It's Sunday, which means I'm reading today and I'm workshopping today. I'm a little nervous, but it should go well. It's like a really nice space, a very encouraging, supportive space. So it's not like I'm just gonna be like, oh, it sucks. Okay, but because we all deserve to be here. Our work was looked at by multiple people, and pretty much everybody's been sharing. So I might as well join them in. So, but it's gonna be a long day, pretty much, because we're gonna be here till like late this time. So it's all day, 9 to like 7, I think, or 8. It's also karaoke night, and I don't know about that part, but yeah, I'm excited for it today. Oh. I just wanted to say it else.
Do you want me to record you the whole thing? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey everyone, I'm Jada. I'll be sharing a short story titled Crosses Burn at Midnight that I wrote back in grad school a few years ago. It's a southern horror in the vein of Sinners, except I didn't come up with vampires. I have hates. So. Yesterday, they burned down our church during choir rehearsal. Thankfully, everyone made it out alive, save some minor burns and smoke inhalation. The acrid smoke tingled my nostrils before I'd seen it coming from behind us as we stood on the risers, and the fire alarm blared through the chorus of Take Me to the King. The lights around the church dimmed as the gray smog blocked them out. We didn't have time to figure out the source of the fire before our pastor grabbed our attention and yelled at us to exit the building. We hurried out of the church as the pews erupted in flames and were met with a glowing cross staked on the lawn identical to the one set ablaze inside the church. We knew the stories of this happening all across the South. Decades where houses of worship suffered from the flames of hell brought upon the land by pale bodies hidden under white hoods. You never think it'll happen to you until it does. It has been a long time since the sit-ins and marches of the civil rights movement, but time means nothing. I thought we were safe. What a naive assumption. Ritchie, Mississippi has always been my home. My family line goes back so far in the state that most of us never bothered to leave for the north. Some did after the war ended, but the Delta had always been where we were meant to be. The soil was rich with our blood and recipes, so leaving the land meant abandoning our identity. No amount of cursed crosses and dangling ropes could make us go, so we stayed. I was 7 when I saw my father watching the news and a church was on fire. The screen had read, "African American church burned down by hate group." He sat in his beige recliner and looked out the window every time a car rushed down the street. I rubbed my hands in my blue checkered dress while sitting in his lap. One of his hands played with my braids while the other held the remote. "Mama, why do they hate us so much?" My father turned around and answered before she could, "'Cause they some hateful sons of bitches." "Derek," my mother glared at him from the kitchen, pointed the knife she was using to cut the chicken with at him. The water ran from the faucet into a pot she was using to cook bow-tie pasta. I could smell chopped tomatoes from where I stood. "Watch your mouth." "Why? It ain't nothing she never heard before. No need to call her now." "Don't be cussing in front of my child now." She went back to cooking while sending him a stern look along the way. He muttered, "She mine too." I still wanted to know, why do white people burn up our churches? Is it because they know they're not welcome? Reverend Barnes says all is welcome. "I know, baby," she said to me, "but some people just got a lot of hate in their hearts. They're not raised like you and me." I spent the next decade finding out how much hatred these people really did have. I was 14 when I found my friend Darnell swinging from a cottonwood tree. I was riding my bike home from rehearsal one late afternoon. The sun had just about disappeared behind the trees, and stray dogs drowned out the buzzing of cicadas. I trained my ears to look out for snakes that hid in the grass. I hadn't seen anyone during my ride for a few minutes, so the sounds of nature kept me company. Once I was 5 minutes in, I could see something dangling from a branch above the dogs. As I got closer, my mouth dropped in horror. Suddenly, I heard nothing, but I think the scream I felt exploding from my throat was loud since the dog scrambled away. Darnell's eyes bulged in their sockets. Blood dribbled out of his nose and his fingernails were ripped off. He swung in his underwear, and purple bruises spotted across his bronze skin. I jumped off my bike and let it fall to the ground as I ran to his body. I tried to grab the rope to pull him down, but it was too high for me to reach. I screamed for help, but no one was around the rural road. The nearest home was half a mile east of where I was, so leaving his body unattended to find someone wasn't feasible. "Somebody help, please." Tears blurred my vision as I pathetically attempted to free my friend's body from the noose. A car rumbled down the road and stopped by us. A man jumped out and pulled me away from Darnell. I was screaming too much and couldn't hear what the man said to me. By then, darkness overtook the sky and coons came out of the shadows. Sweat dribbled down my face, not from the heat, but from the energy it took to handle Darnell's body for as long as I did. I had not known when the ambulance came and the cops showed up. I heard no sirens blare, but the lights flashed and blinded me as I flailed around. The man from the car still held on to me until my parents came and took me home. The cops tried to say he hung himself. The boy was covered in bruises. My father wouldn't hear it, and neither did I. Days after I found him, the Klansmen who did it were caught trying to do the same thing to another black teenage boy. They were locked up for a few days, but they soon made bail. I locked myself away in my room for the rest of the summer. So it's about to be 8 o'clock. I lay down for a nap, and I was like, I'll get my good 2 hours and then go back, because there are more readings from the leaders, including mine, so Chelsea's reading. And there's karaoke at 9. Yo, I knocked the fuck out and did not get up in time to go, so, like, lunch maybe so drowsy. I legit got the itis, so I didn't make it. But tomorrow's the last day. Most everybody's leaving tomorrow. I won't be leaving till Tuesday, so tomorrow's the last workshops, and there's a pizza party that we're gonna have as like a goodbye. So yeah, just one more day left in Portland. This was a great experience, and I'm glad that I went. Maybe I'll go to Portland for another time to just like see Portland, see more of Portland, and just hang out. So I'll see y'all tomorrow. It's Monday, so it's the final day of the workshop. I fly out tomorrow. It's been a good week. I'm glad I got to experience this workshop and experience Portland. I met some cool people. It's like I have to say bye today to everyone, but yeah, I fly out tomorrow. Yeah, we have the last workshops, and we're having a little pizza party for lunch. So I'll talk to y'all later. I forgot to update y'all. I didn't record anything today, but unfortunately, Tin House workshop is over. It was a great time. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed myself. I'm taking home another book. So I got 10 free books and 1 bought book. So it was a great week. It went by so fast. I wish it was longer, but unfortunately I gotta go home tomorrow in the morning, early morning. 7 o'clock flight. I don't want to leave Portland yet, but it's like I gotta go. So yeah, thanks for joining me. I don't know what my next vlog after this will be, who knows, but I got the kick in the butt that I needed. So I'm gonna really log in and get back to writing my own stuff. So until next time, bye.